few months ago, I asked some of my peers if they wanted to do something fun, and the responses were overwhelmingly along the lines of, "Sorry, I need to do work to prepare for my future." I left these conversations feeling distraught and confused. We had spent our entire lives dreaming of going to a school like UCLA, working to get to this very moment, and we finally get here and just do more work? My question for my peers and everyone in the audience is, when is it time to enjoy life?
Going down.
Hello, class of 2023. Let me tell you a story I think many of you will relate to. A few months ago, I asked some of my peers if they wanted to do something fun, and the responses were overwhelmingly along the lines of, "Sorry, I need to do work to prepare for my future." I left these conversations feeling distraught and confused. We had spent our entire lives dreaming of going to a school like UCLA, working to get to this very moment, and we finally get here and just do more work? We just wish away this dream we had longed so deeply for? Don't you realize how special it is for us to be here? The sad truth is that most of us not only go through school like this, but life as well. A lot of us spend each stage of our lives longing for the next until we're on our deathbed wondering where it all went. Let me put things into perspective. The odds of you being alive are 1 in 10, followed by 2,640,000 zeros. That means that most people who could experience life will never be as lucky as us to even be born in the first place. I want you to know that we are all here experiencing the beauties of life against astounding odds. My question for my peers and everyone in the audience is, when is it time to enjoy life? Or are we just going to waste away our gift on autopilot doing things we hate? The answer is that your life is happening right now. The time to enjoy it is right now. A few months ago, I sat in the car with my dad and he says to me, "Boy, when I was your age, I didn't have the time or money to go on vacation. So I made sure to have fun at work. That's the only time I could have fun." I used to always echo a similar sentiment to my friends living on campus, saying, despite the stresses of school, we're a bunch of 20-something-year-olds living in a hotel with all of our friends, and we get to eat in a restaurant for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It feels like we're at a resort every single day. My point is, no matter how stressful life gets, there's always so much to be thankful for. All in all, life is not about waiting for the storm to pass, it is about learning how to dance in the rain. Class of 2023, we've had to learn this lesson the hard way because these past few years, we've had a lot of rain. One day, the world is normal, and the next day, it's turned upside down by unprecedented political events. One day, you're at school with friends, and the next, you're at home alone, and you end up staying there for the next year and a half. One morning, you're smiling, and the next day, you're mourning the loss of your loved one to a deadly virus. The biggest lesson that the class of 2023 has learned from our years in college? I think I speak for all of you in this arena when I say that throughout these past few years, we've had to learn to appreciate everything we have because it could all be ripped away from us tomorrow, including life itself. And I've learned that happiness does not come from obtaining what you don't have, it comes from appreciating what you already have. Here's something to think about. Do you remember every single time you did work this year? Probably not. What about the time you made a new friend, or conquered a fear, or tried something new? You're probably thinking about one of those moments right now. Now imagine an entire lifetime worth remembering. What I've learned at UCLA is that having new experiences is the way to be present and ultimately slow down time. The biggest regret a person has on their deathbed is, I wish I had the courage to live a life true to myself, not the life others expected of me. So, class of 2023, go out there and live a life true to yourself. Wear your heart on your sleeve, live your dream life, and go change the world. But most importantly, appreciate every up and down along the way. Like our time together at UCLA, life ends. But the fact that life ends is what makes it worth living. If there's anything you've learned from your years in university, I hope it's that.
Slipping through my fingers.